Hey, welcome back to the Menopause Method. My name is Cam Allen, and I am your tour guide to everything menopause. Today's topic is about the scale. You know, the old saying, what comes up must come down. That works with gravity, but that doesn't always work with a scale. I was doing some research for this episode, and the average American gains 1 to 2 pounds during the holiday season. So the holiday season is anywhere from like Thanksgiving to New Year's Eve, like that 6 week period. Here's the problem. The majority of us, 70%, don't lose that weight. And that weight, that slow weight gain year after year is the reason for the long-term weight creep. The scale keeps going up. In menopause, there's a trifecta going on. And part of it is knowing what that trifecta is. And so you can counteract those things that are happening. One is our age factor. So during menopause, we have less estrogen. Our bandwidth for stress is greatly diminished. We have less muscle unless we are actively strength training. And all of these things add up to a slower metabolism. So there's that. That's number one. Number two, during the holidays, there's an increased calorie intake. Not surprising. Anywhere from 2 to 500 innocent calories a day add up to the weight gain in January. So why is that? We have more comfort food, which typically is high fat because we're like getting cozy. There's extra sugar in our foods, and then, alcohol. So all of those add to 2 to 500 calories a day. And over time, that matters. And then the third thing is we're just not moving as much. It's winter, it's colder, it's gray. Maybe you're not getting outside as much. You're busier. Your social events and maybe shopping, like other holiday events, take priority over exercise. That's the truth. So we've got this trifecta working against us. In fact, in my group, Move the Dial Method, we are actually doing 2 movement challenges. In December, we're doing movement snacks throughout the day to make sure our metabolism is on point and we're actually moving throughout the day, even though it's yucky and cold out. And then second, we're going to do Walk All Winter, which is a January challenge. So we're going to actually get outside, bundle up, and walk outside to keep our metabolism firing to combat this 1 to 2 pound weight gain. You can actually reach your goals during the holidays and have fun and not feel like you're depriving yourself. I promise you that. So we're going to talk about this from 2 aspects. First of all, we're going to talk about how to take care of your physical body during the holiday season. And a lot of these tips are things that I've lived through, this first one especially. So if you're going into a pitch-in event, like you're in charge of taking a dish or something to share with other people, bring something that you absolutely love and you feel great eating. As a former vegetarian and pescatarian, I must say, I have a lot of experience with this. A lot of times we would bring a dish to a thing. Maybe it was at the CrossFit gym. Like there was one time there was bacon and chocolate chip cookies. Like what the heck? What's that about? Or there was this time I went to Thanksgiving with my friends and there was a turducken. What is a turducken? Well, it wasn't on my quote unquote menu. So when you're going to places like that, make sure you bring something you love and you know that when you eat this, you feel amazing. My other tip from back in my pescatarian days was don't go there starving. Like make sure you nourish yourself before you go. And that way you can enjoy the company of the people, still eat foods that make you feel amazing and not like lose sight of your absolute goals. Next up, don't drink your calories. It's so easy. Avoid sugary drinks, of course, and you can always alternate your alcohol with water. Next up, when you're at the party, shop for color. What does that mean? That means pick colorful, whole, real foods that you know that when you eat those, you feel amazing. Now, obviously, there's going to be treats around. So what do you do when it comes to that? My motto for that is taste everything and binge on nothing. If it's something you truly love, don't say no to that. Like savor the food, enjoy the experience. You taste something and it's just blah. It's like not worth it, quote unquote. You don't have to eat it. It's totally okay. What else can you do to take care of your physical body? Roughly keep the same sleep schedule that you normally have. Walk, keep your exercise dates with yourself. Do that. Another thing you can do is walking after eating. We were at a wedding this weekend and there was dancing after eating. And yes, I had wine. And yes, I had wedding cake. And I enjoyed every single second of it. But more importantly, I enjoyed the people at my table. And then after dinner, my husband and I danced a little bit. So, making sure that you're lowering your blood sugar naturally while still eating the treats. And also, one more thing, we went to bed pretty much at our regular bedtime. We didn't stay up with the wedding party. The wedding party went to a local bar and literally ordered everything on the bar menu. We said no to that. We went home and went to bed. So that's how you take care of your physical body during the holiday season. But we need to talk about our emotional body too. Sometimes the holidays are really triggering for people. And my best advice for you is to walk in with intentions to your family gatherings, keeping your boundaries, practice saying no, whatever that is. If you know you're walking into a heated situation or a situation that makes your body feel uncomfortable, there was this practice I learned years ago from Gabby Bernstein. And I want you to imagine like zipping yourself up into bubble wrap. And you are inside that bubble wrap and you are completely protected. And then when you walk into that situation, anything, it's just going to bounce right off that bubble wrap and you are protected inside of it. It's always a good idea to be flexible. Bend, don't break. Just like a tree sways in the wind, you need to be flexible as well. I think part of the problem emotionally when it comes to holidays is expectations. We have these grand expectations of like how families should be all gathered around the fire and the conversation at the table is amazing. But let's be honest, there are going to be some people that you may encounter that you don't truly enjoy. Maybe they're around your table or maybe they're at the party. Give yourself and others grace, even the people that you don't like. I really like this idea, the idea of keeping your minimums. This is from my friend Jessica. And that is doing the minimum little things in daily life that make you feel good and help you stay grounded. What feeds you? Now, it could be physical food, but it could also be emotional things. I definitely call this off the plate nutrition. Think of those little daily minimums as anchors in your day. And here's a big myth that I see often. You don't have to wait until Monday to reset. You don't have to wait until January 1st to reset. Literally, stuff's going to happen. So all you have to do, the very next decision, you can change your mind. You can change your path in your very next decision. Years ago, I read the book Atomic Habits, and James Clear talks about being 1% better. It is often that we have these lofty goals for ourselves and we set these very high expectations. And what happens is we get so disappointed in ourselves that we just quit. I don't want that for you. I want you to show up for yourself fully in your body, aligned with your goals, and enjoy the heck out of your holiday season. Literally, it's one decision at a time. Okay, ladies, it's time to enjoy your holiday season. Don't forget to hit subscribe and come back next week for more of the Menopause Method.